Hello children. In this video we can study the mechanism of addition of hydrogen halide to unsymmetrical alkene. Already we have studied that the addition of a hydrogen halide to an unsymmetrical alkene take place according to Markovnikov rule. For example, consider an unsymmetrical alkene propene. When HBr, hydrogen halide, is added to this propene, we are getting two products. That is 1 bromopropane and 2 bromopropane. Two products will be formed. Out of these two products, the product in which the negative part is added to the carbon atom containing less number of hydrogen, that will be the major product. And the product in which the halogen atom or the negative part attached to carbon containing more number of hydrogen atom is the minor product. That rule is known as Markovnikov rule. So according to Markovnikov rule, if a hydrogen halide is added to an unsymmetrical alkene, two products will be formed. Out of these two products, the product in which the negative part is attached to the carbon containing less number of hydrogen will be the major product. This product will be formed in 90% and this product will be only 10%. This rule is known as Markovnikov rule. In this reaction, HBr is the attacking reagent, and during this reaction, in HBr, the heterolytic bond fission will occur. That means this covalent bond breaks and the electrons present in this bond are moving towards more electronegative bromine atom, and as a result, H plus ion and Br minus ion will be formed. One electrophile and one nucleophile will be produced. That is the first step. Now, this electrophile and nucleophile is attacking this unsymmetrical alkene. As a result, the pi bond present in this unsymmetrical alkene breaks in such a way that the electrons are moving towards any one of the carbon atom. Suppose there is a probability for moving the electrons either towards this carbon atom or towards this carbon atom. Equal probability is there. So, suppose in first case the electrons are moving towards this carbon atom. So what will be the product we are getting? CH3, CH, pi bond broken. So only single bond is there, CH2, and this carbon is getting a negative charge because the electrons are moving towards this carbon. So that carbon is getting a negative charge and this carbon is getting a positive charge. Okay. Now, the second possibility is that while the pi bond is breaking, both the electrons are moving towards this carbon atom. So, what will be the product we are getting? We are getting the product like this: CH3, CH, single bond, CH2. Electrons are moving towards this carbon, so this carbon is getting a negative charge and the opposite carbon is getting the positive charge. So, there are two possibilities for the movement of electrons, and as a result we are getting two types of product, intermediates. Okay. Now this electrophile H plus is attacking these negatively charged carbon atoms, and as a result we are getting again two intermediates which carries a positive charge on the other carbon atom, and that we can represent like this. If the electrophile H plus is attacking this product, what will be the resultant intermediate we are getting? CH3, CH plus CH3. This will be the one intermediate. Okay, this H plus is attacking this negatively charged carbon and forming a new covalent bond, and as a result we are getting the intermediate or a cation like this. And this cation which carries a positive charge on this carbon can be called as carbocation. Okay, so we are getting a carbocation like this, and if this H plus is attacking this carbon with a negative charge, what will be the product we are getting? We will get the product like this: CH3, CH2, CH2 plus. We are getting another carbocation in which this carbon carries a positive charge. So two types of carbocations we are getting. In the first one, the positive charge is present on this carbon, the second carbon, and here the positive charge is present on this first carbon. Okay. And this carbocation in which the positive charge is present on the second carbon, it is known as a secondary carbocation. And this one is known as a primary carbocation. Okay. It is because this carbon in which there is a positive charge, it is attached with two other carbon atoms. Such a cation can be called as a secondary carbocation. The carbon atom in which the positive charge is present is attached with two other carbon atom or bonded with two other carbon atom. Such a carbocation can be called a secondary carbocation. And here the carbon atom in which the positive charge is present is attached with only one other carbon atom. So it can be called as a primary carbocation. Okay. These are the two carbocations we got, secondary carbocation, and this is the primary carbocation. And the secondary carbocation is more stable, so it will be formed very fastly than this primary carbocation. Okay, and it will be formed in more amount than this primary carbocation. As a result, the nucleophile Br-, it can easily attack this secondary carbocation and forms a covalent bond with this positively charged carbon. I'm telling once again, the secondary carbocation is more stable than this primary carbocation, and as a result, the secondary carbocation will be formed in more amount than this primary carbocation. As a result, the nucleophile Br- is attacking this carbocation very fastly. It is attacking this carbon, positively charged carbon, and we are getting the product CH3, CHBr, CH3. We are getting the product like this, and here this is less stable. As a result, this carbocation is less stable. As a result, it is formed very less amount. So if Br- is attacking this carbocation, the product we are getting like this CH3, CH2, CH2, Br, and that will be in less amount. Okay. So since this is less stable carbocation, it is formed very slowly and it will be lesser in amount. So the product in which this bromine atom attached to this primary carbon atom will be lesser in amount. Okay, hence this is the mechanism of addition of hydrogen halide to the unsymmetrical alkane. It takes place according to the Markovnikov rule.